Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Welcome in. Happy New Year for those of you watching as we go into the new year. But if this message is for you, you'll recognize that as you hear it. And whenever you hear it is when the timing is syncing up for you. Thank you to all of you who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Remember, not everything will resonate. It may resonate later, and you'll be reminded of that. You know, like something will pop in your head and say, huh, I heard this the other day in a reading. And now it's sinking in that, you know, like I just don't believe in coincidences. Okay? As we learn more about self and the energies surrounding us. Let's get into this. Page of Cups is out here now. But definitely, thank you for all your support. I love the support of this channel. Thank you so much. Page of Cups in here, right off the bat. Eight of Cups in the reverse and the Six of Wands. Yes, thank you for all your support for this channel. Very grateful for that. Okay, Page of Cups. Yeah, something kind of... some sort of childlike energy here. Or something's just going to happen kind of naturally, serendipitously. A lot of emotions here. Very emotional, then happy. Very emotional, then happy. Six of Pentacles, it's in the reverse. I do see that there's victory here. But there's something about not walking away. And there's something about hoarding energy. The Four of Swords. I feel like there's a lot of messages here. And I'm just scratching the surface. Like, let's get into it a little bit more. Something that's causing you to have to rest. Take a time out here. Reevaluate. What's this Page of Cups, Spirit? The Nine of Pentacles. That's great success. On your own. Very independent child. Does extremely well. You admire this child. Young, but old soul. The star is out here now in the Hierophant. Throat chakra. I feel like this child is very determined in life regarding their goals. I feel like also they are kind of maybe serving as a mentor to you, or they serve as a mentor to older adults. But again, remember, they're the old soul. But they have a lot of wisdom, good wisdom. What are their wishes here? What are their big goals? Big goals. Yeah, they want to make a lot of money. Ten of Pentacles. But they want loyalty too. They love pets. Something to do with pets. Or that could be part of what brings in the money for them. Pet sitting, something like that. Knight of Cups. Their love. Something to do with animals. Their love. But also good business sense. And they love that too. They will grow old having done very well, just as they are starting out now. You know, very young energy here that is already very accomplished, very successful. I feel like they're in a hurry. They want to get things accomplished quickly. And that's why I think we're seeing just a need for rest here. I thought this was you, but I feel like now this is more like they don't need to push themselves so much at such a young age. Let's see. Seven of Cups out here. You know, you're trying to get them involved in a lot of things. And they're kind of maybe focused in on one or two, but again, a lot of stress they put on themselves to be terrific. And I think you're trying to ease the burden of that stress and get them involved in a lot of things. They're definitely very focused. Two of Pentacles, yeah. A big business mind, businessman, woman energy here in a small body. Good business sense. Bunch of cards coming out here now. Let me just kind of take a glance at this. There's some energy here that surrounds them as well. That's in it for them. What can this relationship do for them? What can this child do for them? Something like that. Does the child bring the adult or the parent some sort of praise the parent or the adult wasn't able to achieve on their own? Something like that. Trying to hoard the energy that is just natural to this child. They're just a natural. You know, people are really drawn to them. And they're for the family, you know, more so than this adult is. The adult's more in it for themselves. But I think they're going to get wise to that because this child is no dummy. As they grow older, they will get wise to this. What this relationship really meant all along. And I feel like if this is someone you're married to and you're aware of their energy as being very self-serving, you get wise to this too. And realize that you put them ahead of yourself in some sort of marriage energy here. Yeah, you didn't serve yourself honestly with this relationship. You put them ahead of you. But I see as this goes on, you do not do that. You do not worry about some sort of imbalance with the give and take there. What is the advice here, Spirit? Advice here. The Fool. Yeah, again, they're going to leap with something that has to do with animals, and they are on cloud 9 when around animals. It turns into something that I think is first and foremost, it makes them very happy. It makes them very emotional. It provides, I'm hearing, the emotional support they have looked for. Maybe in others, maybe in this parental figure that I'm seeing is much more involved in themselves than their children. But I also see where this, either the skills that they learn while caring for animals or some business that they start, you know, they're really able to run with this even as they get older. I see this being very prosperous for them, both in a young age and as they grow older. The lessons that they learn to be entrepreneurial, let's say. You've got the 3 of Cups in the reverse. Misunderstandings here. The World. Misunderstandings that close out, new cycles begin. You know, this is like your golden child here. They are not going to be fooled for long. And if they You know what? I don't even think in a lot of instances here they were ever fooled, but they wanted to get along. Yeah, they understand the nurturing energy of the Empress that they provide others just naturally, but also what they need themselves that needs to grow. Harvest that somehow is tied to animals for them. The abundance that they provide, incredible. They are truly a gift. They should be treated as such. Truly, truly a gift. Old soul energy. They know how to bring the happiness to any room, to any group, to any family. They know how to bring it. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. There is always, though, some like trailing energy here as I talk about this incredible child that's trying to make it about them. Bad karma here. It's not the child. It's somebody surrounding this child. Bad karma. The Lovers is out here now, and the High Priestess. This child is very intuitive. They may already be aware of the person. I'm saying that they're just not fooled by this person's bad karma, their self-involvement, yeah, their lack of spiritual anything. This person's kind of empty, this adult in the picture here. They are well aware. The child is well aware. I feel like you might have a relationship with this individual who's very self-serving or are even married to them. They go black and white on you. You know, they can be real sweet and then the next minute they're just black and dark and, you know, you're dealing with somebody totally different. Four of Wands out here now. You have choices here. Heavy protection. Protect that child first and foremost. A wish granted. There's meant to be happier days, celebrations, family celebrations. What's that about, Spirit? After a period of Temperance in the reverse. After a period, you got the Three of Swords here and the Strength in the reverse. After a period that has been, I hear again, self-serving, that has caused an imbalance, heartbreak, and a real gut punch, I hear, to people's self-confidence. I think this is to you, and this is also what's tried, energy that's tried to get to the child too, but the child does not succumb to this. I think you maybe, if you're married to this, you give this a lot more leniency. The child doesn't let this in so much. But the child is incredibly strong, is all about the happiness and focused on the success, their goals, their happiness. They've always been like this. Definitely an old soul here. Has always been able to have this ability in life. Terrific communicator, this child. Eight of Wands here. Succinct in going after what they want. Yeah, I think you're just amazed so often around this child. Five of Wands. There's jealousy here surrounding this child from this self-absorbed energy. Page of Swords. How you know this person, this self-absorbed person, they talk bad about other people. That's in order for them to feel better. Page of Swords in the reverse. I'm hearing, take a look at what is it they achieve? What do they come to the table with? Is it nothing? But then they complain about others who try and make something of themselves and their goals. Something like that's going to resonate. This child is heavily protected by the spirit realms. Ace of Pentacles. The advice really is to follow a new beginning here that's prosperous. Follow this child and what they want to achieve. Ignore the self-absorbed energy. Move forward with cultivating this child and their talents. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles here. They're remarkable. And what they work at is remarkable. And a remarkable end result. The Knight of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Unstable, knee-jerk energy, kind of the black and white I was telling you about this self-absorbed person. 1 minute they're one way, the next minute they're another, You really get a sense of not having an authentic person there that you're dealing with. And, they expose themselves. They show their true colors here. This is something to pull back from emotionally. Keep the kids, I hear, keep the kids guarded, particularly this one who's just incredible, genius, remarkable. These words come to mind. Put them first. Put them first. Invest in them. Seven of Pentacles. Pull back your energy on the self-absorption that's trying to always seep into this picture, seep into the scene, cause conflict. Realize it for what it is. It's someone who's trying to be very competitive here with a child. Very immature energy coming through here. Very self-absorbed energy here. Do not allow this to run rampant anymore, is what I hear. Five of Swords. This needs to be just cut right out. This person speaks and thinks and exposes themselves in their thoughts and in their how they verbalize themselves. They show you who they are. Don't keep acting like you don't see it. The Moon. Yes, I knew we'd see the Queen of Swords. Cut it out. Cut out this energy that's really trying to take away from a beautiful, exceptional child or children that you have here. Cut out the cancer here that's trying to take away from this beautiful experience in life with these children. Page of Pentacles. There's always an offer. These kids, this one child in particular, always makes a way, but help them, clear their path, allow them to really flourish. And that's by cutting out this cancer that's competitive with them, like how sad. That's an adult competing with a child's attention or something. Cut that out. Nip that in the bud right now. Pull back your energy from this knee-jerk, black and white person. And by that I mean, 1 minute they're one way, Mr. Nice Guy, Miss Lovely, and the next minute they're, very volatile. Okay? That's what I see in the cards. I see that once you make these changes, you really are onto something here about flourishing and excitement for life. This person puts a damper on everything that comes in that's good, because that's a way of controlling the scene that they're jealous about. There is judgment being placed here on your abundance. I hear this a couple different ways. On your abundance, this child and their abundance. This is what this controlling energy tries to do, the self-absorbing energy tries to do is control the abundance, the happy times. Are they always putting a halt to everything? That's part of their control. And I'm also seeing that judgment is being placed on them by the Most High. 7 of Wands. Yeah, because it's not meant for these kids to be in an environment where they're constantly sticking up for themselves, fighting for recognition. They should just automatically be receiving. And the 10 of Pentacles comes out again. You get it twice, just reinforcing that these kids, and one in particular, is such a terrific business person. They have such amazing ideas and can think just far, far advanced from their years with that old soul energy. They will always make something happen. Watch out for abusive tendencies here. Allow this child to really be nourished, supported, and learn. Keep learning and supporting their gifts. Yeah. The Sun. Make the happiness about them and your family, not this other energy. No, this is a cut that energy right out. One more card here. Wheel of Fortune sits sideways. And you've gotten that twice today too in this read. Remember, it was upside down. Someone's bad karma. Now it's spinning. It's on its side as if undecided. I feel like that's your call. Removing this bad karma energy. Yeah, no regrets here. Remove it. No staying in it for all the numerous excuses you may be telling yourself. Yeah. And also there's something here about know your worth. In this relationship with this person, you deserve so much more. Know your worth. Nurture yourself. Eyes are on you right now for growth. The spirit world, your spirit team, eyes on you. It's time for you to grow now. Invest in self. Nurture self. You're not getting it from this energy we've discussed. Chaos and conflict, that's what this energy brings. But you'll notice in this card, look, it's being exposed. The zebra is coming through. The giraffe is being exposed. Or, what I'm sensing is there is exposure here. This is not a giraffe. This is a zebra. There is exposure here. Have the strength to cut this out. It's trying to swallow you. It's trying to always control everything you and this child or other children are doing, particularly when you're very happy. Yeah. And it has kind of like a long tentacle, always watching, always making sure there's control. The fire within, the strength within, the new opportunities, the focus on family and joy, what's faded. What's faded is for these children to get these enormous and quite astonishing goals off the ground with your help, with the help of divine intervention here. And that's removing some nasty energy, a leg up. I feel like once you remove that energy, that you're maybe afraid, like, can we make it without this self-absorbed energy? There's something here where this self-absorbed energy thinks they can control by saying, you can't make it without me, something like that. I feel like once you release that energy, you'll see how many leg ups you get, how life turns around, how things that were difficult become very in sync. They're really holding you back. They're not an energy that you can't do without. They're actually holding you back, as I see in the cards. But I also see that you're very worried about a new start, and particularly investment in self and your passions as well as this child's. Can we really do it? Can we really make a go of this? And Spirit's saying, of course, with divine intervention and your spirit team and belief in that help. It's not too late if you're saying something like that. It's with TikTok here. It's not too late to start over. And it's a reminder that all that glitters isn't always gold. This person maybe had a great song and dance at one time. That's this self-absorption or self-absorbing energy, or, very selfish energy. Maybe they had a great song and dance at one time. But you're seeing the forest for the trees here. It's time to mend what this relationship with this energy that's very competitive and selfish, what they've broken. It's time to mend that. Be loyal to the kids, first and foremost. That puts you on a path that gets you ready for the next best thing. Let's grab an angel wish. And we'll wrap up here. Yeah, I see endings. Definitely. And I feel like this message is all about telling you, get ready for the endings. Make them happen. So you can be around generous energy, not hoarding energy. Yeah, true leadership, not phony, all that glitters isn't gold energy. Fool's gold energy. The talking bad, that's how you know this person. They talk bad about everybody. It shows that they are not confident in themselves to put everybody down all the time. They want to always take shortcuts. They don't want to put the work in. You know this. I feel like you know this already about them. You are aware of the competitiveness here. But you're moving very slowly, and Spirit's saying, yeah, jumpstart this now. You know enough to make some moves here. Make them for the sake of these kids. Yeah. It's time to nourish the kids and block anything else that's heartbreaking. Okay? Being with nature will give you the answers. That's for someone there. How do I get the answers? Take a walk in nature. Watch for the signs from your spirit team. Nature will reveal quite a bit. Absolutely a quieter mind where information can come through easier. A calming sense where information can reach you easier. I love this. Let's end on this. You are what you think positive thoughts. You are what you think positive thoughts. That goes against everything we've talked about with the energy you're being asked to remove. Walk in this light. You are what you think positive thoughts. And also I'm hearing that is how this child who is so remarkable lives as well. Thank you for listening to this message. I hope it's been helpful. If you have found it helpful, please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel to grow, helps me to reach other people where this could help them. If you're inclined, please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. I would love that. That would be wonderful. Thank you in advance. And until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.